Where's the beginning cash flow? I guess I better go up. What did we start with? It's all the way up to the top. It's at B3, right? So I'm going to press enter. Okay, so that one's right there. Okay, beginning cash flow is here. I'll work on the other one next. So that starts off, we started with 100,000. Now what's the cost of a machines? Well, that's equal to, going back all the way to the top, how many machines did we buy? 14, so that's B16, right? Times the cost per machine is right here, right? So that's on B8, it's 3,000 per machine. And it's the only cell there, so I don't have to worry about doing anything. I'll just go ahead and press enter. So wow, laid out 42 grand. That's a lot. Okay, now we go calculate hiring cost. Okay, so our hiring cost is equal to, how many people did we hire? Well, we hired 15 because we're crazy. And again, it's going to be relative, right? Because I'm going to be dragging that root, so it'll be okay. I'm going to do that times. And what's our cost for hiring? It is 4,000. And this one, again, you could probably just put a dollar sign in front of the B, but I've just put F4 once, so I have dollar signs in both. So I'm going to fix it because that's always my hiring cost. And so it's B20 times B11 fixed. So as we move along, it'll be C20, D20, and so on, but still times exactly the hiring cost. I'm going to press enter. Okay. Firing cost, likewise, is going to go back up to the top, see how many people we fired. That would be in B21, and then we're going to multiply that with the firing cost, which is further up, B12. And again, for B12, we're going to press F4 to put dollar signs in front of it. So I can now have dollar signs B, dollar sign B, dollar sign 12. So I press enter. And so, of course, it costs more to fire people. Now, wages, that's equal to how many people did we have actually working that month? That would be on B22. So after we calculated how many we had at the start plus the hire and fire, our total number that month to work is 15. Okay, and then we multiply, so that's B22 times their wage, which monthly is 3,500, that's B10. Again, we're going to fix it because as we're copying it over, we don't want to do it for us, so we just press that. And we have dollar signs in front of the B and the 10. So I'm going to press enter, and that's 52,500. We're racking up some money. Advertising cost, right, is just equal to what? B32. B32, thank you. So I'm going to, that's right, that's how much we decided to spend, right? Okay, so we press B32. Okay, holding cost. Holding cost. Holding cost is equal to, okay, where did we do that?
Before the number of machines you have.
The end of the inventory. It's how much we have at the end of the month inventory. Now remember, don't let that minus fool you because that's not allowed. So at some point, once we put the constraint, it's either going to be 0 or a positive number. So whatever the amount is at the end of the end of month inventory, we're going to select that. So yeah, it's B41, very good. And it's relative, so as we're going along, this one would be C41. So we'll leave it alone, and we're going to multiply that by the inventory cost, right? Which is somewhere up here. Where is it?
Holding cost.
$2. It's only $2. We might be able to keep lots, right? Again, we're going to press F4 to fix that $2. I'll press F4, and now I have B7. So it's B41 times B7. I press enter. Wow, negative 10,000. That makes no sense. Okay, that means I get money. Okay, now. And now finally, raw material. Raw material is equal to what? How many we decided to produce. So whatever our decision is that we're trying to optimize, if we think that's the best, and we produced 5,000. So that would be B27 times the raw material associated with producing it, and that is $6 at B9. And again, with B9, like the rest, I'm going to press F4 to fix it. So I got B27 times B9, but that's absolute for B9. And so far I have 30,000 in raw material. And therefore, the total cost is equal to what? Simply the sum. So I'll just go ahead and do the sum. That's swum. I'm going to put sum. And I'm going to cover all that. So is that right? Is that B50?
But you add the cost of machines as well?
Oh, thank you, my friend. So I messed up. Now, here's where I get lazy, by the way. That was just pointed out. For the remaining, it's all here, right? Because this is only initial, right? Or whatever initial. Oh, no, we're going to go up to here, too. So you could get very, if you're really tricky, you do sums with them. I could do it the right way. I'll show you the right way, right? The right way would be control here. Well, actually, this is unique. Yeah, I know. Okay, so I'm just going to do what I'm going to do first. I'm going to do the lazy way. Let's see what else. Sum, and then I'm going to just capture all that. So I got B46 and B55. But I'm assuming that some future guy who uses my spreadsheet doesn't put numbers in those cells, right? Or anywhere in here too, right? Because if you do that, that's really crappy. So if you want to do it right, then what you want to do for this one, you would do a separate one where you're summing this, and then you do a control and also add that, right? And then you would just have the sum of those particular cells using the control key selecting. So, you know, which I can show you. But anyway, let's do this one first. Equal. And there it is. Okay. So actually, okay, so we're here. So now these are okay. I can actually drag this across right now, can't I? So those, of course, are just using all the stuff that was above.
For the total cost, I think you added the cash, the 100,000 on the bottom.
Yeah.
Total cost.
Yeah, I shouldn't have done that, should I? Thank you. Hey man, you're good, man. You guys aren't letting me hang. Okay, so I should just grab the cash. Okay, the cost part, right? So thank you. So it's B48 to B55, right? All right. Press enter. Oh, almost made a big mistake there. That would have took me down to, like, 90 points or something on the exam. So these are the stuff. Okay, so now the revenue is equal to B38, which is how much, is that right? So that's our revenue. So we're assuming that that's what we're actually going to end up selling. We're assuming we're going to, there's a couple assumptions in case you're wondering, because you're going, wait a second, but we're assuming that that's the demand, whatever the final demand is as long as, and we're assuming we're going to make enough. So part of it is we will, because we will always have the inventory. We're not going to have negative inventory. We'll always, notice that making this thing, end of inventory, always greater than or equal to 0, implies you will always have enough to meet demand. So I just want to say that. See, by forcing your inventory, end of the month inventory, to either be 0 or larger, you must have been able to meet the demand of this, or hopefully. Otherwise, I'll tell you can't do it. So that's why we're assuming that if our total revenue is whatever the demand is, we were able to manufacture. So I'm going to take B38 times and
B14.
What's that? It's B38, right? Because B
Times B14.
Let me see where it is. Yes, sir, B14, which I will press an F4 on in order to make it fixed, because that's $75 is how much we're selling it for. So the total demand, which we're able to meet, times $75 per unit, and so we made $750, $750,000. Okay. So the end of the month cash then is simply the beginning of the month cash B46, right? Minus, or what, B46 plus what? B plus revenues. Let's do it all positive first. Beginning of cash, B46, plus how much we got in revenue, which is B58. Then we subtract, right? Total cost, B57. Okay? And I guess I could leave that there again because when I copy, it's all relative, so I
Do
press
you have
that.
to subtract the cost of the machine for that as well?
No, because what we did, oh yeah, did we subtract the cost of the
Well,
machine?
we already added that in total cost, yeah.
We added here for the total cost here, included up there, right? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's really important. Did we add it or did we not? No, we did. Okay. So now I can drag these across, right? Now, it's still not correct yet because what is my beginning of the month? Cash flow for month 2? It's equal to, so under C46, I'm going to put equal to B59, right? So I'm pointing. So beginning of the month cash in month 2 is whatever I had ending in month 1. So I'm going to press enter. And I'm going to just go across. So there. So the only thing that's kind of messed up is here, which I'm doing. So if I do the right, if I'm showing the precedent right now, you can see that it's including these cells. So if you're really, really nitpicky, you can make this being the sum of just this thing and then cutting across. Would we get points off, or do you let them get away with it? It's okay. I think in our answer that we'll have on the website, I think we left it alone too. Okay. Okay. Whoa. Okay. So far so good. Now, finally, coming down to this baby, the grand thing. Total profit, we said it's at the end of the month, right? So we're just now going to go ahead and say, well, this is now equal to profit is equal to the sum of B58, the revenue side, right? B58 through G58, parentheses. So that's summing all the revenue minus the sum of the cost, B57 through G57. Okay, now I put it